Hi! So I'm not entirely sure if this is going to work because I just did it, but we'll find out. You guys want to know what an ESA does. An ESA is an emotional support animal. Well, I have one. She's not a dog. She's my cat. Her name is Lua. And I'm going to try and see if it'll work because it worked just a moment ago, but she's already sitting by my lap and everything. So I'm going to fake cry, and if everything goes well, she's supposed to jump up and come to me. So she's about to jump off the bed. So yeah, it's not gonna work. There you go. That's what an ESA is supposed to do. Hi. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Come here. Now, occasionally, she will bite me. And it's because she just wants to make sure that she can get me out of my mind, out of my head, and, make sure that I'm okay. So, if I continue, there's the bite. She just bit my hand. Yep. I'm okay. Obviously, you don't want to do it too much. You don't want to like confuse your animals with the actual emotion of being upset or anything like that. So definitely value your ESAs because they value you. Now, to tell you a little bit about Lua, I've had her since she was about 4 weeks old. She's always been by my side unless I was at work until now. So she's always been here. Hi. And she means the world to me. Light as well. She is going to be another ESA of mine if anything ever happens to Lua. However, she is not trained like Lua is. Right now, Light is passed out somewhere on the floorboard. But this is Lua. And she is an amazing animal. She protects me. She protects me from the thoughts that are in my head. And she absolutely adores me. She loves me. She makes sure that I'm mentally in check. Sometimes when I'm singing, she'll actually come over and bite me, is how I know that she bites to keep you in check and in line, and that way you're not falling too far deep into the rabbit hole. She was appointed as my ESA animal, or my ESA, through my doctor, because I've always needed to have an ESA. The previous ESA before Lua was a cat that I had for 20 years, and he was 23 years old. His name was Whiskers, and he was a tuxedo cat. He was fixed and everything, and he did a really good job. He was an amazing animal. He was an amazing ESA, and he was my best friend. And I still have things that I have around that remind me of him because I've had him the longest. He was my longest, not just ESA, but he was my longest pet that I had and my longest best friend. And Lua, this little girl, has weaseled her way into my life as I weaseled my way into hers. So ESAs are supposed to keep you in check when you are having a break, a fit, a moment of upsetness and vulnerability, she knows when I need her. Sometimes if she doesn't bite me, what she will do is when I'm driving and I'm feeling a little down, or when I'm singing, she'll kind of jump up into my lap, but before she does that, she'll dig her claws into my leg. So I've always got like a little bit of marks on my right leg because she jumps up on the right hand side and she'll lay in my lap until I'm either telling her that I'm okay, which I'm okay, or if I'm done singing, because she knows. They are connected to you emotionally. You definitely don't want to be rough with your cats or with your other ESAs. Cats are really, really empathetic, so they can get in contact and touch with your emotions even if you don't feel like it's coming. It's like a service animal, but it's a lot better because even though I don't have to take her anywhere, she goes with me everywhere. She's going to go back to doing what she was going to do now that she knows I'm okay, which is she's eating. She was going to eat before I started that fit, but she stopped eating to come check me out to make sure I'm okay. So definitely don't abuse that, because they will get confused and they will not want to come up to you, console you, to make sure that you're okay. ESA animals are very important. They are not trained. You have to train them. And the way I trained Lua was whatever you feel, they feel. So if I told her to lay down, usually I'll tap my two fingers. I'll say lay down, and I'll tap 2 fingers on the ground, and she will lay down. If I tell her to come here, she'll come here. I'm not going to do that right now because she's eating. But, definitely want to be in touch with your animal. Make sure that they feel safe. Make sure that they feel secure. Get them to know you. Don't treat them as an animal. Treat them as your best friend. I know it sounds a little bit confusing, but that's kind of how I did it. I apologize. I know I looked like a fool doing the fake crying, but it was to show something. Cats can be trained, just like service animals, just like dogs or miniature horses or whatever. Cats also can be trained. I've taken Lua into many stores, and I have told them that she is my ESA animal. I've had to show paperwork and everything like that, because ESA animals are allowed in stores. However, they're not usually allowed in grocery outlets because of the fact that cats can carry diseases, is what I've been told from some of the patrons, or not some of the patrons, some of the store owners or management that are in like super centers. But I mean, I've taken her into Walmart, I've taken her into truck stops, I've taken her into other places that were food sourced. Costco doesn't seem to mind her. Sam's does, and there was Albertsons seems to mind that I have a cat on my shoulder usually. I do treat my cats with care and kindness. I don't put a leash on them unless I absolutely have to. Like, I took them to the vet. I only had the leash on her for about maybe 5 minutes so I can get her inside the room. But other than that, she lives her own life. She sits by my side. I trained her to come to me. I've trained her to stay. I've trained her to sit. I've trained her to lay down. I've trained her to talk to me. So right now she's going to go to the litter box, so I'm not going to call her Lua. I lied. But she's going to do her thing. She's in the litter box. But that's the purpose of an ESA animal. They're supposed to take care of you emotionally to make sure that you're mentally sane, not going through a mental break, not going through a depressive state, not going through an emotional fit, or something of the sort where you feel like you've hit rock bottom. So, my name is Cassie. I am a truck driver. I do still have a little bit of depression, anxiety, and I have PTSD and all that. So PTSD, insomnia, major depression, major anxiety, and I also have a TBI, which stands for traumatic brain injury. That was diagnosed a long time ago. I am no longer on meds for antidepressants or anti-anxiety. I'm also not on any sleeping medications, and I've got pretty much everything in check. I have 2 therapists, and I have my ESA, who is supposed to take care of you, It's her choice to take care of you. You don't force them to take care of you. They choose you just like you choose them. So that's everything I wanted to talk about with ESAs. She is definitely helpful when I'm on the truck. So there is a truck video kind of related to this. I mean, I've had some experiences where I've felt unsafe, and when something had happened, she was right there on my shoulder digging in with her claws to make sure that I was okay, because it was a really, really panic moment, and she dug into my shoulder to basically say, hey, you're here, you're alive, you're safe. Anyway, if you have any questions, like I said, always go ahead and comment down in the section below. Hit me up on Instagram, CASSREINKO. I will go ahead and post that in the description down below. With that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Rubber side up, shiny side. Oh wow, rubber side up. No, other way. Reverse that. Shiny side up, rubber side down. Keep on trucking, guys. I love you. Be safe, and I hope that you all have an amazing, amazing day and a weekend coming up if you are watching this as soon as it comes out. I love you guys, and thank you for being supportive as much as you are. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care. Cheers.